Hey everybody, Coach Dan here from Human 2.0 and welcome back to the Human 2.0 education channel. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and keep with us on all these videos helping you guys move a little bit better, alright? A little bit more human. So today we are looking at ankle mobility exercises. Specifically, we're going to look at some strength exercises and some stretches that you can do to improve your ankle mobility. Alright, so let's get into it. We'll talk first about just the general movement of the ankle and what we can do every single day to help just keep what we already have, okay? So that is CARS. We are looking at controlled articular rotation, and we are going to do this kind of manually this time, just like if you were to see a physio or something like that. You can easily do this yourself. Now, if you need to, you can sit up on a chair for this. That's totally fine. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to try and relax my foot as much as I can. It should be nice and loose, all right? And I'm going to move it with my hand in this circular motion, trying to draw as big of a circle as I can, really coming into inversion, right? Wrapping it around up into dorsiflexion, into eversion, trying to hit all of the different angles. I can use my other hand to help get into some different corners, but really we are trying to put the joint through the full range of motion, right, with a little bit of extra, just with the help of our hands and doing it kind of manually, all right? And then from there we can also look at doing just some basic circles to get the joint moving in an active fashion, okay? So every single day, a few circles each direction. That is number one for keeping what mobility you already have in the ankle, okay? Number two, we're looking at inversion and eversion, okay? So I like to do this standing, and all I'm gonna do is think about staying nice and tall with my body, and I'm just gonna shift my entire weight onto the outside edge of my foot, all right? And then I'm gonna come back. And what we can do here is we can just do this for a set amount of time, or I like to do, 10 reps or so, build some strength in that position, right? And then after about 10 reps, all I'm going to do is sit on that spot. We can easily hold on to something, right? And I'm just going to sit on that outer edge of the foot in that inversion, right? And use this as kind of a stretch, all right? So I would do that, do the other side, and then I would do the same thing for eversion, but I'm going to kind of dive my knee in. Now be careful of knee pain, right? If we're looking at knee pain in this, we're probably looking at a hip issue. We can check out some of our other videos for that. Okay, so all I'm going to think about doing is putting all the weight onto the inside of my foot, and my knee's going to come in a little bit. And then the same idea, I'm just going to do a few reps here, and then this one I like to hold on to something. It just helps take some of the work off of it, right? And I'm just going to kind of hang out here and get a little bit of a stretch there as well, okay? So inversion, eversion, right? Those are two of the main functions. Basically what we're looking at is controlled ankle sprains, all right? If we can get there ourselves, then we're less likely to be injured if we happen to get there by accident, all right? So after that, we're going to look at kettlebell dorsiflexion stretch and then a plantar flexion stretch, okay? So you guys have probably seen this before, pretty standard out there. What I'm going to do is get down into this kneeling position. Now, if this is too much for me, I can easily take a yoga block and sit up on it, okay? So if you don't have a kettlebell, you can easily just use the weight of your body on this, but I'm going to bring this bell up, right? And then from here, I'm going to just let the bell help me get into this dorsiflexion, right? With my knee tracking over my second or third toe, all right? And I can hunt around for some corners here. And then because this is such an important position, I'm going to spend some time here and I'm going to do some contractions. So I'm going to press down on the ground for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax, get a little bit further into it. I'm going to do that a few times. We want to spend at least 2 minutes here. All right. Now, if you do feel some pinching on the front side of the hip, you can easily do this with a band pulling back on your ankle, okay, if you have that, just like what a physio would do with you or some type of manual practitioner. right? So again, spend some time there, and then from there, we're actually already in it on the other side, but I'm going to look at single side plantar flexion, right, for this back leg. Now if we can go double side, and the best way to do this to get a little bit more out of it is to lift that one leg. You can hold it up with your hand, get into a passive stretch. Same thing, we're going to contract, relax here. So I'm going to push my toes, I'm going to try and pull my toes through the ground, right? 3, 2, 1, and relax, get a little bit further into it, right? If you want to take a little bit of the work out of it, you can easily put something underneath that front knee. All right, so dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, extremely important for gait. All right, so now that we've done a few exercises to kind of wake things up, get some range of motion in there, we're going to use it, and the best way to do this is going to challenge your balance as well, all right, is just toe and heel walks. So all I'm going to do is go up on my tippy toes, right, get that stability going, walk forward, right, for whatever space you have, walk backwards, right, do that a few times. You can walk sideways, right, walk sideways the other way, right, and that's a really good way to work that plantar flexion. Same thing for dorsiflexion, and this is quite a bit harder on the way back, but I'm going to walk forward with my toes up, right, walk backwards, and you can see I'm trying actually not to fall backwards, right, then we go sideways, right, a million different things that you can do there. Change the surfaces, right, even just on a mat like this, adds that little tiny bit of squish, totally different than a hardwood floor, all right? So those are just a bunch of exercises that you can use to improve your ankle mobility, all right? Strength, stretch, daily cars, do that, let us know how it goes, and we will see you guys next time.